Hi, my name is Sarah, and this is a brand new start for me, so this is like the last day, the first day of the rest of my life. I got a lot of health issues going on. Okay, let me start with all my health conditions so you can understand me a little bit better. I have porphyria. It's a hereditary disease. I was diagnosed with that probably about 10 years ago. I'm also type 2 diabetic. And last September, I was out, I do gig work, or did gig work, or whatever you want to say. And I was out doing favor delivery, delivering a grocery order from H-E-B, which is our local grocery store here in Texas. My husband was with me, and he carried all the heavy stuff for me. And we stopped. We got an order, and so we stopped at this house, and I got out of the car, and this is really all I really remember. I got out of the car and I grabbed the last 2 bags of groceries, which was literally a bag of bread, 1 loaf, and 1 small bag of beans. I started walking up to the customers because they were outside to help us carry in. And I don't know really much from this point on. I just know that I started feeling really funny. And my husband told me I got a look in my eye. And he's like, oh shit, she's gonna fall. And sure enough, I started leaning to the right. And so he said I held the bags of groceries out like I was trying to protect them. And I fell, and I bounced up into the air, landed flat on my back, and I heard a snap. And that was what brought me back to reality, because before then, I was just like in another world, it's like I was there, but I wasn't there. And so the people asked if I needed an ambulance. I told them, no, I'm okay. I laid there on the ground for a few minutes because the pain was just excruciating. And so finally I got up off the ground, and I had my husband help me to the car. And I couldn't even sit up. I was hurting so bad. And I told him, I said, take me to the emergency room. So I called the emergency room. When we got there, I said, can somebody please come help me? I said, I fell. I said, I cannot move. It hurts too much. So this is the beginning of my struggles. They didn't do an x-ray, CT scan, or nothing. They told me, oh, you just have a lumbar strain. Okay, they sent me home, gave me a shot, sent me home with some muscle relaxers. And after a few days, I never felt any better. So I went to a different hospital. And I told them, I said, dude, I can't do this. It hurts. Oh, well, you just have a lumbar strain. And I told them, look, I heard my back snap. And they wouldn't listen to me. Finally, like a week or 2 later, I called an ambulance because I couldn't bear the pain anymore. So they took me to Christus Santa Rosa. And the guy there took an x-ray, and he's like, He said, I see a fracture in your L1 vertebrae. He said, but I'm going to do a CT scan and see if the radiologist sees the same thing. So they did a CT scan, and the doctor comes back. He said, okay, he sees a fracture in the L1. He said, but there's another fracture in your L3. He said, so I know what kind of pain you're in. Okay, well, I ended up in the hospital and for pain control. And then they released me, because really there wasn't much they could do, because my insurance just sucks and everything. And so I tried to do pain management, but because the hospital gave me Valium, they couldn't give me any pain meds, even though I didn't have an active prescription for them, just because it showed up in my system. Well, again, I went to my pain management doctor, and he refused to treat me because I didn't do the steroid injections into my back. And he said, I'm not giving you no narcotics. I would have, that injection would have fixed everything, and you just refused treatment. And I walked out there in tears, and so I went to another pain management doctor. But because I was stupid enough to go back to the hospital to get an MRI done, and mind you, I am claustrophobic, they gave me a Valium. And hold on a second, let me run in here and get some cigarettes, and then I'll be right back with you to finish my story. Okay, I'm back. Let me try to figure out where. Oh yeah, the MRI. So I had an MRI done to verify how much of how bad it had gotten since the first CT scan, blah 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 blah, because I needed it for a new pain management doctor. And so I went to another pain management doctor, and the Valium showed up in my system, so they refused to help me with pain. So in between here and there, from September to December, I was having to go from ER to ER because the pain was so bad. I finally found a pain management doctor. Shout out to Dr. Raul Martinez in San Antonio, Texas, and Dr. Carl Lautenschlager in San Antonio, Texas with, I can't remember what the name of their clinic is offhand, but they did a kyphoplasty on me right before the first of the year. So from September to December, I was just like in exorbitant pain. Anyway, so now I've got 5 herniated discs, and mind you, from September to December, I was pretty much bedridden. So I gained probably 50, 60 pounds just from not being able to get out of bed. I wasn't able to work. I wasn't able to do anything. And so now I've got this tummy that hangs almost to my knees. And I don't like it. I'm still in chronic pain, and I will be for the rest of my life. That's just life. But I'm fixing to, actually today I'm starting this. I'm going to do a diet. I'm cutting out all fried foods and as much breads and carbs as I can. So tonight on the menu, I'm going to have, I bought a whole chicken, and I'm going to put some lemons under the skin and some lemon pepper and salt. And then I'm also going to put it on the outside of the skin, and I'm going to put it in my air fryer. And I'm going to roast me a chicken. And I also bought some squash, and I'm going to, boil up me some squash, and I'm going to add some salt, black pepper, and some butter. And then I got some loose corn. And that's going to be tonight's dinner. Of course, I'm going to make hubby some homemade buttermilk biscuits, but I'm choosing to not eat them because I've got to get this belly gone from my stomach, and in hopes that one day, and this is my goal, to have a tummy tuck done. if I can ever afford it. My insurance would probably pay for it, but the copay on it is just an ungodly amount that I just can't afford. All I can say is for now, just keep watching this channel, and someday, I'm going to get there. I guarantee you that, because it won't live this way no more. I'm not going to let my body hold me hostage. I'm sorry, this is so hard for me. I'm not going to let my body hold me hostage anymore, and I know that my stomach is as much loose skin's on my stomach, because I have lost quite a bit of weight already. So, when I lay on my side, it's just like a bowl shape, from where that skin just sinks down, because it's like so loose. But as soon as I can afford to get that off, I will probably feel a hell of a lot better, and I can start walking again. And who knows, maybe the herniated disc will fix itself. One can only hope and one can only pray. But yeah, I struggled so much from September to December due to the federal government sticking their nose into chronic pain patients. I already have panic disorder and generalized anxiety disorder, and I had to choose which one I wanted to treat. Did I want to treat the anxiety and my panic attacks, or did I want to treat the pain? I chose to treat the pain, because I just can't deal with it. Even on Norco-10s every 6 hours, the gabapentin 600 milligrams twice a day, and Xanaflex twice a day. It's not really doing much for my pain. People, even my husband, don't understand the amount of pain I am in. Nobody knows unless you've been in this position. And then you've got doctors that are too scared to treat you because they don't want the medical board coming down on them. So it's not really their fault. All I can do is ask you to write your senators, call them, representatives, write or call them, demand that they fix the broken system for people that are in chronic pain. Generalize people who are really, really in chronic pain. People with mental illness who have to pick or choose which they want to treat. Do they want to treat your mental illness, or do you want to treat your pain? You can't do both. But anyway, just watch my channel, and eventually, I'm going to get where I'm going. I'm not asking anyone for help. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just here to share my thoughts and my views, and to just let a little bit of frustration out. I can't even bend over anymore. I can't clean under the fat fold. I have to have my husband help me. It's horrible. But eventually this is all going to go away, and I want y'all to be there for every step of the way. But for now, I'm going to say bye. Just watch, like, subscribe, share. Because I know that in my next episode, I'm going to talk about, my past. Not about the injuries, not how I got here, but my actual past, and it involves gang rapes, it involves, drug addiction. When I talk to people, they're kind of like, oh my God, your life reads like a Stephen King novel, for real. But in the next episode, I'm going to touch on some of that, and I guess that's it for now. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.